I'm here talking with sophomore Mataia Roderick of the MSUB Volleyball team. Mataia, the team's coming off of two big wins last week against Seattle Pacific and St. Martin's. Talk a little bit about the team's performance.
We have been working on being consistent and playing with high energy all the time, and we came out firing. We just decided that we were going to play for each other, and we were going to play out, balls out, nothing hits the floor, and just have so much fun because we only have 2 more weeks left now, but 3 weeks left in our season, and we just wanted to finish out having fun. And when we play with that intensity and we're having fun, we always do our best.
So the first match was against Seattle Pacific. You guys had lost earlier to them on the road. Talk a little bit about what that means, being able to adjust and come out against a team and get such a good result.
We always talk about like smelling the blood or coming back for revenge, and we definitely did that against Seattle Pacific. We knew that we had lost to them and we'd played them before, so we knew what they ran and how they played, and so we just had to, we knew that we were just as good as them and we had to play our game and that we would be able to perform well against them.
So as a defensive specialist, your role is to make sure the ball doesn't hit the floor. Talk a little bit about last week and this week, kind of what you're working on as you head into the last 4 matches of the season.
I try to always be confident, and we talk a lot about positive self-talk, and I work on that a lot, especially before the game. Like I'll stand on the end line while we're doing the Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem, and I always say, nothing's going to hit the floor, you're going to go for everything, and nothing drops on our side of the court. And our other DSs have that same mentality, so I think when we're all on the same page, that's when we do the best and nothing hits.
And talk a little bit about that, kind of how the team's been able to work together, especially this past week, in getting those wins.
We have tried to bond a lot more lately and just come together as a team, and we are all like a family, and we consider each other sisters, so we go out there and we play for our sister on the team. We play for everybody, and we get so excited for our teammates. We all say that one of our favorite things is when someone gets a big kill or someone gets an ace or a big dig, then we all just get so excited, even more excited than when we get a good play ourselves. And that's what keeps us focused on the high intensity and playing together.
So this week you guys will be against Concordia in Western Oregon. Talk about your goals and maybe some individual goals for you.
Our goals are to obviously keep that high intensity and to continue this winning streak as we go on the road. It's always harder to play on the road, but we have the mindset right now that we can go out there and we know that we're just as good or better than these teams, that we can play our game and we will do the best of our abilities. And some personal goals that I have are to be better at talking, especially to the hitters on the block, and communicating when there's a free ball or something, and so that we don't run into each other or have that miscommunication and nothing hits the floor.
Great. Thanks, Mataia. Here talking with freshman Miranda McConnell. Miranda, the team had some great matches last week against Seattle Pacific and St. Martin's. You yourself had to step up the last couple of weeks and have seen some more playing time. Talk a little bit about the offense and kind of what you've been doing the last few weeks.
Well, the offense have been a lot more aggressive because sometimes we tend to take the same swings, and we're starting to realize that people are picking up our tendencies and taking that away. So we've learned to mix up our shots and everything, and that is working a lot better for us, showing that our hitting percentage in our last games have been a lot higher. So mixing up our shots and doing different things have worked, and it's been doing really well for us.
And stepping onto the team this year as a new player, talk a little bit about your role and kind of what you want to contribute to this team.
My role as a middle is kind of hectic. Sometimes I'm all over the place, but my role is kind of to control and be the biggest person on the front line and communicate with my team, and to block as well as I can and to swing as hard as I can. And yeah.
And talk about the team effort, sort of how your offense and defense has worked together and kind of how you see the team has grown in the last few weeks.
The team effort has been a lot better lately because we've had recent talks about being accountable and accounting for someone else and accounting for yourself. And so that has worked really well because when our defense is not doing as well or when our offense is not doing as well, we've been more open and we've been able to talk to each other about that and not get offended or anything. So we've been doing a lot better with kind of meshing together and being able to hold each other accountable.
So you have 2 weeks left in the season, all road games. Talk a little bit about what you would like to see happen in these last 4 matches.
In these last 4 matches, we really have nothing to lose at this point. So we've just decided that we're going to go out there and just play for each other because that's all we can do at this point. And so we're just going to go out there and have fun and know that we can beat these teams, and it's going to be a fun time.
Great. Thank you, Miranda.
Thank you.